Do you know what I thought we would have got to see as like a flashback or sort of origin? You know, the whole story of like the card game getting interrupted. I can't remember whose card game it was, but it was like a forget it. No idea what's wrong with it.
Hello, it's me and Ryan here from Shit Chat and Kieran. Hi, Kieran, say hi.
Hi.
Right, Kieran's sitting there. Kieran hasn't watched The Sopranos at all, but me and Ryan are just back from seeing the many scenes of Newark, and we just thought we would do an off the cuff first impressions of what we thought of the film. Ryan, in one word, what do you think?
I was gonna say nostalgic, but I go for like wholesome.
Wholesome,
Especially like especially in the third act, those last couple of minutes, we just
I completely it was so, they did a prequel so well, it was so the right amount of fan service, but for a while I was sort of, is that your mother?
It is Lynette.
Guys, it's just mother Olivia, eh?
Really it. It's all a big nothing.
What are you playing?
I was upset she didn't say that in the film version.
I was upset she didn't say, I hope the Lord takes me now.
But I do love the fact that she never once refers to Johnny as a saint, when he's alive.
Yep.
Because obviously they hate each other, but it's whenever
he's
he
dead.
dies.
Yep.
My Johnny was always a saint.
I think
I wish the good Lord would take me now.
from off the bat, I think the casting was, out of everyone, who do you think was the best? Because I already know, and I think you know as well.
Still.
Oh my god, I wrote down his name.
Just
oh my
everything,
god.
Just the shoulders.
He
and
had the shoulders.
At
At first, I kind of went to myself, I'm not going to be able to take this seriously. He's too. It feels like he's doing a parody or something, but then and he's doing the. And then with the hair and everything. What's he called?
Even we looked at each other, we said, so good.
Yeah.
I really liked Corey Stoll as Junior.
Junior, yeah. Hi, how's it going? It's Jordan here. My brother went to see the Saints of Newark on the same day as us, and he was just as hyped about it, so I decided I would get some of his reactions and include them in the podcast. So if you ever hear just Patrick chiming in, then you'll know why. So, okay, just heads up.
The guy who played him was amazing. Fuck me, he even sounded just like him.
Everyone was so, even people that didn't.
The expressions and the glasses and everything, even the fit, even when he. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, sorry, right, this is a completely spoiler review. We're going to get into...
Nothing tremendous. I mean, it is a crucial plot point, so to speak. But it's when, they leave a funeral service and...
No, spoilers, 100%, we're doing spoilers. There's a lot
of funerals in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Where, they come out of the service and Corrado, Junior Soprano, slips on the stairs and hurts his back. But even just the expressions and just...
It's so...
There's just something about it that just had it down to a T.
I'm trying to find this guy's name who played Sil. John Magaro. Yeah, I did it whenever... I was making notes while Ryan and Kieran were playing Beat Saber.
Was that what you were playing?
So yeah, I'm the professional. I'm the professional here. Ryan had a VR headset on and Kieran was just being...
Kieran's it wasn't Beat Saber, it was the other one. What was it?
What was it called?
Audica, right.
Yeah, John Magaro, he's in Umbrella Academy as well. But he was unreal, and I loved seeing... I was a bit worried because I was like, I love these characters so much, and I was like, are they going to be am I just going to be distracted the whole time going, they're not the actors and stuff? But see, after 5 minutes, nowhere whenever I finally settled in, during that scene, it actually felt like the Godfather 1, where they're all out in the garden party. That's whenever I went, okay.
Just to get together all the characters combined,
I was like, this is dead on. The only character I had a problem with, or the actor I had a problem with, and I don't even know if it was the actor or the writing, was for Big Pussy. He seemed so not Big Pussy.
Not even, just he wasn't there.
He was barely there at all.
As much.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen... Obviously, he gained the nickname because he was a cat burglar. So even if they had a backstory of just him in a field robbery or something, but I don't know. It was just good that he was there,
I loved, Joey Diaz? He was the one that was, guys, just to clarify, we are going to spoil the movie because I want to talk about Okay, so
Obviously.
spoilers going ahead. Well, first of all, right, no spoilers. Okay, I would say if you're a Sopranos fan, you've probably already seen it. I was actually thinking to myself, I was telling people, like, I don't even know if I said it to you or not. I was like, if you haven't watched The Sopranos yet, you could watch this first. But now that I've watched it, you can't. Like, there's stuff that they spoil for the show that you couldn't watch. Like, within, like, the first, like, what, minute? Was the voiceover?
With
like, they
opening
spoiled
sequence and the
stuff.
great years.
So, yeah, no spoilers. I'm just going to say, go see it. And if you haven't gotten The Sopranos, then
You've got a good couple of weeks.
you've got a good couple of weeks. But
It's on HBO Max soon, or
it's
whatever,
definitely
or whatever our equivalent of HBO Max is.
It's definitely a theatrical thing, though. I'm so glad I saw it in cinema before America as well. It is currently.
We got it before America.
Yeah. Oh shit! Is that?
Suckers.
Hello.
Hello, do you know the Chinese?
I did. Yes.
Just 1 minute, yeah? I'm on the street now, okay?
You're on the street.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Guys, our Chinese is here.
1 minute.
1 minute.
We shall resume
We shall
in
resume
due time
when the Chinese food
for more.
hath come.
More. I was going to say
Go-
spoiler-free spoiler reviews, but
Go
that's
see The
not-
Sopranos. When we come back, we're going to be eating Chinese and we're going to be talking spoilers. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
There's plenty of time to watch The Sopranos.
It is.
And then
I'll watch the Chinese
after
with
the
it.
intermission, many cents in Newark.
That's it. Yes.
This setup looks like we're doing a fucking mukbang video.
Hey guys, welcome to our Sopranos mukbang.
Gabagool.
Gabagool,
Yo.
The word gabagool was not said once in that whole flipping movie.
Oh.
Shit, 1 out of 10. I don't even know where to start. Right, so I didn't know there was going to be a part of the movie where it wasn't Michael Gandolfini,
Me neither.
but that kid was really good,
He was.
and he actually looked like Tony.
He just everything, just how he acted, you know. Even him and his friends hijacking the fucking ice cream truck.
See that kid that he was with? Was that, what do you call him, Artie? Because he said, my mum says I'm going to have to take over the restaurant someday.
I didn't even catch on to that.
Maybe it
It must have been because they were in the same year together, weren't they?
I'm not
That's
sure.
good.
What a good detail of it is. But I loved the significance of. So we're jumping about the place all over here. Sorry. The significance of what the hell do they call the diner? Begins with H. That's where him and I'm guessing Artie go, and that's where he becomes like a bit older, and that's basically where it ends.
You were so quick clocking onto that as well. Do you remember when it came up with it towards the end? You went, "That's a diner."
Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, "Oh my god, he's right."
There was a lot of fan service, but it didn't feel like they were just trying
They
to do
weren't
that.
shoving it down your throat, which is right.
It wasn't The Force Awakens. There was a good balance, and I loved. That's what a good prequel does. Like it reference like the source material, and like I loved that it gave us like an insight into all them wee stories. Like whenever
when they're at the
Johnny
dinner table.
shoots the headscarf off Livia. They talk about that, and you know what episode? It's nuts. I think it's in season 6 where they all play a Monopoly game.
At the cabin
Yeah.
with Bobby and Janet.
Yeah.
I thought we would have seen Bobby there as well.
No
Or
boy.
old man Bachelor, because we saw Carmine.
Did we see Carmine?
Carmine Senior, yeah.
I didn't see him.
He was the one, remember, he was buying like the Christmas trees and he saw he's Harold in the hotel
yeah.
across the street. I only said it because he said Carmine say he saw Harold, so it must have been. Lupatazzi. See, we not got to see little Carmine, that'd be so funny. At the start of the 70s and he watches like his first porno or something. Then gains the interest in making it as a career. Another pleasant surprise. Obviously, the opening sequence with the graveyard. Exposition.
That gave me goosebumps.
I had no idea Michael Imperioli was coming.
Me either.
Just when we heard his voice and we just looked at each other, we were like, yeah, we're in for a wild ride here.
But I was a bit. From then, I thought he was going to like narrate the whole movie.
That's what I thought.
Goodfellas style. But it worked.
But it's good, there were like a lot of gaps in
It was
between.
balanced.
I loved it as well. I knew they had to do it at some point. It's when Johnny comes out of prison.
Yeah.
You know, they're at the dinner table together, and when Tony meets like baby Chris for the first time, or they're chatting about something football related, and obviously Junior's at the end of the table. He doesn't have the makings of a varsity athlete.
Yeah, I love.
I was like, I knew you had to come to do that. And even that, just seeing, even though you don't actually see Tony's reaction, obviously him being humiliated like that, obviously it's very crucial in the show.
Yeah. I thought we were going to see maybe his football coach, remember from the dream that he had, the weird dream episode?
Is that the one in Series 5 where it's like a 20-minute fever dream?
Yeah.
That's such a good episode.
I liked all those wee random, like, things you have to be listening for to pick up on. Like, whenever they reference, like, Tony Blundetto, that'll say, like, Tony Blundetto.
Yeah, but like, Tony B.
But, like, if you just watch that without watching Spanish, you'd just be like, who? Right, Kieran?
I understand.
Do you know anything about the Sopranos?
No.
Not a single thing.
Gangster, mafia.
Yeah.
La Cosa Nostra.
Family.
This thing of ours.
Art.
Even when Sil like refers to it as this thing of ours, because that's literally the English translation.
I got goosebumps when it says, Tony could be even bigger than this thing of ours. Yeah.
Or even his principal saying, you know, he was a leader and everything.
That scene where he was talking to the principal really, I think I said it, really gave me
Melfi vibes, like in sessions. That's
talking
probably
about his mother. It really made me sad.
Even how it's almost like a preface, sort of, like in the future, Tony will have to be sitting down like this once a week.
It made me quite sad how like much sort of like Tony looks up to his mummy in the movie. And how much he just despises her in the show, because like you can see like I was getting so annoyed like in that scene with the hamburger, that was hilarious. But whenever like
they had like a touching moment for once.
and then she just starts slobbering out of nowhere, I'm like, oh my god. So like you're like,
it was always like this.
Yeah, so by the time it gets to like even season 1 of the show, you're like, yeah, he would hate her by now. Makes so much sense.
Good. It tied in so well. Vera Farmiga, she was fantastic.
Was she the principal?
No, she was
Livia?
Yeah, she was Livia.
See, whenever the trailer first came out, I thought she looked a lot like Carmela.
That's what I thought as well.
Yo!
Because I think she has like a prosthetic nose in it as well.
Carmela? See, whenever, before I went in, I wonder, are we going to see, because I remember there's like a scene where like Tony's talking to Carmela and he's like saying how like he impressed her or something because he like beat up some guy in front of her, and she's like, I don't even, is that what he's referencing, or is that somewhere else?
I don't know. It's probably just like how his memory is blurred. That he remembers it, obviously. But I was shot her in the ground. I was thinking to myself, like, are we going to see Carmela? And it was just such a, she wasn't a big part of the story at all. It was literally just one line, and he didn't, it could have been a random girl, but just because he says, do you have a quarter, Carmela? Yeah. Carmela! And it's so weird, you can see in her eyes, like that actress, like she, again, not a big part at all, but like she did such, like, she like looks so lovingly at him, like she's in so in love with him at this stage, like he just doesn't know who he is yet. It's hilarious. Any hit TV show, you're looking to get a prequel TV, or prequel film made, take notes on the Saints Newark. So good. I have quite a few notes here, hold on. I mean, if it was David Chase returning on the helm, you know, he was always going to stay faithful. Yep. See what I would love to see a sequel with him and Terry Winter writing it. Yeah. That would just be incredible. With Tony a bit older. I think they said if they were to make a sequel, it'd be like him in his 20s. So I was going to say, I think there could have been, I thought there was going to be more of like Dickie and Tony bonding. Like more like, I don't know, like even them just going out together somewhere. Or like the whole like crime part of it. It was literally only that like stereo, like only that speaker set. That was literally it. Like he didn't really get him to do much. And so I thought they should have showed when he was older. Yeah. I suppose they showed over the years. You know, like when he was younger. Yeah. But so that's why he's so loyal to him, because they've known each other for years. You know what I thought would have been more relevant? They really hyped it up in the trailer. The riots. I thought the riots would have been the backdrop for the whole film. That's what I thought as well. But I thought I knew it was going to morph into the 70s, and it was 67, so I knew they wouldn't be around. Yeah. So to be honest, or just, I think it was mainly there just to show the divide in Newark at the time, and set all the chain reaction of events between the races. One of my favourite scenes was that shootout in the bar. That was so tense. That was really good. I remember thinking, is this actually where Dickie dies? Yeah, me too. Because that's where I thought it was leading. The only thing was I was going like, I was trying to think like how much of the movie might be left. I was going maybe too early. Because like, I was trying to think it was off and they like part ways. I was like, yeah, there's still a lot more to come. Yeah. I didn't really like his character, to be honest. Leslie Odom Jr.'s one? Yeah. Oh.
I thought he was just a bit of a prick for no reason. Like, he just, like, sort of one day randomly decided that he didn't want, like, the mafia to be there. And it's not like anything really personal happened to him. They didn't kill anyone that he loves or anything, did they?
Yeah.
Who?
No, they killed the guy. His friend or his brother, do you remember where they drilled?
Yeah, but that was after he was being a twat.
Oh yeah, but still.
That's why they did it. Oh my god, see the gore? You don't really see that much gore in The Sopranos. The only scene that really sticks in my head for gore in The Sopranos is Ralphie.
When they chop up his body.
Or even whenever Tony's just killing Ralphie. He's really
He's
violent
in his kitchen.
Or when, it's all to do with Ralphie, when Ralphie beats the shit out of that girl.
Oh yeah.
That's mad. But
Tracy,
this,
was it, or
I couldn't even tell you, some girl from
the prostitute?
I was going to myself, I was wondering where, what year was the Bada Bing established? Were we going to see the Bada Bing? Didn't. Wouldn't have really made sense for the 70s. But,
well, funny, I thought actually when Dickie kills Hollywood Dick, you know his father obviously, was not expecting that either.
Me neither.
You know when he drives him to the old like store or whatever he used to own, I thought that was going to be like, it seemed like the location where the Bada Bing would be before they built like a motorway or something beside it. I don't know, just looking at it, it seemed very similar. But
yeah, I didn't expect him to die because that was pretty early on. And then because I had
I remember seeing him in the trailer.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? So then I was so
when
happy.
When I saw that scene happen, I was like, okay, so it's a flashback. And I was like, nope, he's got a brother.
He's got a twin brother, and he's so different than Hollywood Dick. I really like that guy.
Riley Oda was very good in it.
Yeah. I love there was a scene where he did like his famous laugh. It was so...
Yeah, the Goodfellas laugh.
But yeah, back to the gore. Oh my god, like, or not even just good, like, just the violence was so disturbing. Like, see, whenever I had a feel like whenever she told him that like she cheated on him with your black guy, I was like, oh my god, I knew
just seeing the water as a backdrop. I was like, this is only going to
This is here for a reason.
I have two favourite scenes. One was Dickie drowning, his girlfriend. The reason for that was I just thought, you go, Dickie.
And it was really like, I felt a bit like uncomfortable watching it. Like, I felt like, because the camera like goes under the water, and even when it comes back up, like
you can hear everything above and below the surface.
And even when it comes up, like the camera still like has that like wet look on the lens and stuff, and it looks so like.
But you're just looking at Dickie.
And then you just see her like just thrown. It really.
And everything's blurred in the background.
It freaked me out.
Me too.
And the drill with the teeth. Makes me so grateful to have teeth, guys. Everyone just remember to be happy that you have
after
teeth.
your enamel.
Teeth, everybody, yeah. I've never got chicken wings from a Chinese before.
I don't know. I didn't know they were like an accessory in a Chinese.
An accessory?
Not an accessory. Or whatever the fuck it's called.
Soundtrack was very good. Kieran, you'd like the soundtrack? A lot of it takes place in the 60s. It was like Everly Brothers and stuff. My first note is just how fit is Maltesanti's man. Yeah, seeing stories like the really good scene whenever it shows you the episode of Tony watching Johnny getting arrested. But we see it like from a different perspective. I said that. Yeah.
That was so good.
That was really good. And even stuff like you said.
But seeing it being like recreated as well.
And in context. Like we know who Johnny is.
Yeah.
Johnny was pretty likeable. Like I thought like he was going to be a really big deal and he was going to be a massive prick, but
which it kind of was.
He looked so... No, he was really like... He just seemed really dead on whenever he was like walking the dog at Christmas time and coming back and he was like... What's a present? He's like, you take it then. Oh! No, the first Madone.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I think it was from Sil. I heard when they were like introducing him. They're like, oh, this is Silvio. He just turned. I was so nervous that it was going to be too like funny to watch, but it was really. It was
just the right balance.
Yeah, Joey Diaz. I was really glad that he was in it. He was the guy that got his face blown off at the start of the shootout near the bar. Big fat guy.
Yes, that's his name.
He's a comedian. He loves The Sopranos. He's in Spider-Man 2. Do you ever get the big fat guy in Spider-Man 2? He's wearing a leather jacket and he goes, "You gotta get through him. You gotta get through all of us." That's him.
Oh my god! fucking hell. I knew I saw his face. I remember you like giggling when he first came on set. You were like,
yeah, I love him.
I
I'm
was
so
racking my
happy
brain.
that he was in the film for quite a bit actually, because he's like a massive Sopranos fan. Like, he talks about it all the time on his podcast and stuff. So it's great that he got to do that. There was a part where in the house there was Janice, and then there was another young girl running about. Do you know who that was? I don't.
It's like, isn't it Barbara? No, that's Barbara's the youngest, isn't it? Although she's only in like a handful of episodes. Oh no, she might have been
Oh my
the
god!
baby actually.
Yeah.
You really rarely see her. She's not.
Yeah.
She doesn't have as big as a role as Janice does.
I completely forgot that there was even another sister.
Oh, like she's probably only has been in like 3 episodes or something.
It was around.
She's like a nurse or something.
Yeah. It was around
Sure.
that there was that scene with baby Christopher and Tony.
And he goes to
And he
home
goes, "What's the matter? It's like I'm scaring him or something." And then the old woman's like, "Oh, the babies can like sense stuff from like the other side." And it's like,
fast forward 36 years later.
Baby Chrissy knew that he was being held by his future murderer. Mental. It also got me thinking, how would Dickie view Tony if he was around to see, or if he was looking down on Tony and knew, you killed my son? Would he be like, yeah, fuck him? Or would he be like, fuck bad? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mad, innit?
yeah.
Or even like the narration, you know, where Chris just says, like, you know, he suffocated me. It's almost like baby Chrissy knew.
But I think it's almost weird that they included details about it, because that's really the only detail they included about the show itself. If you think about it, spoiler wise,
Suppose.
like, because it's really
Just say
you
people
can't really go into it.
Yeah, suppose probably if like people went into it blind or wondering who it was that was talking. I don't know. But it was a nice surprise. I didn't expect it at all.
It was really eerie going around the graveyard and then just seeing like Christopher's grave. It just says 2007 on it. Really weird. I'm fuming now that me and Ryan walked home, and it was like what, like a 40-minute walk home?
Just about, yeah.
And the whole time we both kept trying to like restrain ourselves.
Beer off.
We were like, "Oh my god, what about no?
No, we're gonna say
Doesn't matter.
We're
No,
gonna save it for this.
doesn't matter." But
Fast forward like 4 hours later.
yeah, it's mad. It was 2 hours, but it felt quite short for me anyway. Yeah, I wrote. Part of me thought that the ending came quickly, like suddenly it was like it just ended, but like it wasn't a bad ending, if you get what I mean. And
But it just
I don't even know what I changed. It just
you know that moment
happened.
at the funeral we knew this is Tony Soprano.
Oh my
this
God,
is
yeah.
Anthony Soprano.
oh
This is Tony Soprano now. Just the look on his eyes, because literally Michael has James's eyes. Obviously they're being father and son. But just that look.
Thank you. And
You're missing out, man.
the main
Fucking hell.
character of the show, Tony Soprano, Michael Gandolfini, he died in 2013, and so for this prequel movie, they brought back his son, who's our age, to play a young version of his dad. So it works out very, very well. But
James Gandolfini. I meant to say James Gandolfini. Okay, don't slobber to me.
oh my god, I near grabbed you, mate. Whenever I could hear, because I could hear the undertones of the.
Just the organ, even just the organ, you know, like
I could hear it, and I was like,
he clocked us so quickly
I was like,
as well.
the theme, and then when he just goes like this, and the pinky swear,
That was incredible.
that was very
That was
touching.
very
I
poignant.
like that, and then
That was a fantastic
it ends
version.
with the theme song of the show, and
Which I fucking called
he
on
did
the walk
right, yeah,
over.
he did.
I said, "Oh, do you reckon they're going to be like not even meta, but just like a nice wee throwback? They might play it at the end credits or even like the beginning. You just hear the opening bass lift, just." I was like, "Yeah," because even when the credits started and it was just like silent, with, like the Warner Brothers logo, I said, "Yeah, it's either going to be at the credits or not at all." But then it was so good, just hearing that in the cinema.
my God, hearing
you
it
just
in the-
you wouldn't get it. Like, I mean, it's one thing to watch the actual show from like your TV and just blasting your volume all the way up to 50, which is what I do for obvious reasons.
But hearing like
I'm
the
not
theme
saying
tune from the
just
TV show
so
on these massive speakers,
it was awesome.
I wonder, was there anyone in the audience that like, because it doesn't say anything to do with Sopranos on the title. It
And even
was
then,
called
the
as-
titles.
Yeah, it's cut
The
out.
title's all the way until the end, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't come up.
So
I wonder was there
anybody
anyone
could have
there?
walked in blind.
I wonder was there anyone there? I just went, that movie sounds good, and they just walked in. I just thought this was like a gangster movie. I wonder what someone would think if they didn't even know what The Sopranos was and just looked at this as a gangster movie. I think they
Like a standalone sort of.
think it was pretty mediocre.
Probably. It's definitely.
There's not that much mad shit happens.
Yeah, even
but
just
for
watching
fans-
it, I was like, yeah,
Kieran.
this really is.
Is that jumper brand new? No. No.
Not
He's got
anymore.
curry on his jumper. He's turning into horrible. Speaking of turkey, what did you think of the significance of the festive period towards the climax of the film?
Do you mean like with it being in winter?
Well, just winter. It was like, I got the bed that it was like Christmas Eve or something.
Yeah, so winter time. I don't know.
I think this went.
I feel like it kind of plays in a weird way. The weather plays like a significant part. Say like at the funeral for Joey Diaz's character, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Also, my favourite scene would be... This might sound mundane, but it's probably whenever, if you recall, there was a funeral. I think it was Joey Diaz's funeral at this point. Which, by the way, how good was Big Joey? And it was when all the kids were sort of outside, and Janice and Tony were sitting with each other, and Tony looked into the little room where his dad was with, some of the other guys. And I just loved the lighting. True, it might sound weird. It was the lighting of how dark it was, where they were sitting. But then, on the other hand, you had the warm yellow hue of the light from all the family, the family in the other room. And it's when Tony turns to Janice and goes, "What do you think? What do you think they talk about in there?" He didn't say it like that. It's more like "What do you reckon they talk about in there?" I don't know. Well, but he basically was curious as to what they talked about. Thought that there was cool, because it just led to, it just makes you think, oh, Tony, don't you worry, one day that'll be you in there in the golden room. And I also think in a way, the colours especially of it being dark in one area where everyone else was out in the cold, quite literally. Well, actually not literally, probably in a metaphorical sense. Everyone was out in the cold, didn't know what was, Tony and Janice don't know what's going on. But then, so it looks, from Tony's perspective at least, that's where the light is at. That's where happiness is. That's where the goal can be fulfilled, yeah, in that room with them men. And he did. Basically, yeah, what I'm saying is, don't stop believing.
And yeah, and that's
obviously when Junior slips and falls, setting obviously off the chain of events that leads to Dickie's eventual death. Probably wouldn't have happened if Junior hadn't had fallen and injured himself.
Oh my god, yeah, and it was
when you
raining.
think about it, like, not cosmic justice, but
Pathetic
something like
fallacy?
that.
Pathetic fallacy? Is that what you're talking about with weather? No?
Kind of.
That's mad though, but
I'm probably just thinking a lot far ahead. But even like...
No, he wouldn't have... Dickie wouldn't have died, basically, if it wasn't raining at that funeral.
Mind blown. See what could have been prevented, Dickie.
Holy shit, Ryan. That is such a good point. Holy fucking shit. Yeah. Holy shit, shat.
Dickie could have just... Yeah, Kieran, what do you call him? Aaron Burr was in it? Okay. I don't know.
Did you say Leslie Olsen Jr.?
Alright. Did you see One Night in Miami? One Night in Miami. He was nominated for an Oscar for it this year. He plays Sam Cooke in it. It's like a fictionalized account
for Sam Cooke?
of Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke in like a hotel room after one of Muhammad Ali's weddings. It was based off like Ken
One of his
Powers.
weddings.
It was based off of like Ken Powers' play that he wrote himself, but they adapted it this year. It was really, really good. Michael Imperioli's in it actually.
Is he?
He plays like one of Muhammad Ali's his teacher. What was it? Mentor. I can't think of the word. Coach. Something like that. But yeah, Leslie Odom Jr. was very good in that as well.
No, it's weird. No Talking Sopranos podcast. I still haven't listened to any of it. I'm going to listen to it.
It's pretty good.
I'll show you the book I got. The Sopranos book.
Is it their book?
No.
Or Steve Sharpa's book, I think.
No, it's like it has Tony on the front of it, and it goes episode by episode. So it's like a companion thing.
Isn't that what you were doing? Or you said?
If I do a rewatch.
Oh, I thought you said you did it the first time.
No,
I got it. That would make sense because you started it last year. They didn't have a podcast by then.
Yeah, so whenever I rewatch it, whenever I first started watching Sopranos, by the time I got to like season 5, I discovered like these podcasts on Spotify.
Because I think they started like last July, I think.
Yeah, I was listening to podcasts every episode.
That must have been like during the first lockdown last year, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Like April, May time.
It wasn't their podcast I listened to initially though. I was listening to some other fellas one. But yeah, definitely next time I watch it, every episode I'm gonna just do a deep dive. I'm gonna read the book about that episode, and then I'm gonna listen to the podcast. And then I'm gonna.
And their episodes are quite long as well, so they have
quite
a lot to talk about.
Yeah. I'm gonna get good guests on.
Yeah, they got everybody.
Why didn't we see baby Adriana? Huh? It's so weird. Christopher. How weird was it that like just seeing Dickie kill his dad and then stealing his bird
and then killing her?
Yeah, I'm killing her.
It was wild. Even when Salvador in prison, you know.
I really liked that he knew. He was like,
"Oh,
so much misfortune in your life. Even though you're doing all these good deeds." Catching on them, he's like,
they're not good in God's eye.
My brother had really soft hands. Never lifted his hand in his life. But it's weird that he was there, wasn't it? At that warehouse.
On his bullshit like that. Even being in prison since he was like 25, he said the poker game.
Did you see the blind kids at Dickie's funeral? There was blind kids there. Coached. But did he not fantasize about coaching them, did he not? Because he was talking, he was going to like, oh, he doesn't know what I do, he's in jail. So he was like, oh, I do that, and then he like wakes up from like this daydream. And but then at his actual funeral, there's all these blind kids there.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. We were just saying about blind kids being at Dickie's funeral. Yeah.
That's a headline for you.
Dickie's funeral, what? Blind kids running about the guy,
blind kids at Dickie's funeral. Swiss intervene.
That's mad, like. I really enjoy it. I really want to go see it again, to be honest. I'm so sad that Patrick hasn't messaged me once.
What, since I
messaged him and said that's us going in now, and since he said enjoy, like I thought he would have messaged me like a reaction or something, because he see that ending, he would have loved that so much.
Big goosebumps, and no, I don't know about your one, but none of us got up and left. Everyone just sat there and watched like pretty much the whole credits. I was expecting there to be more as well. I thought it would be after the credits scene, but nothing. But it was class. One of the things I wasn't expecting, but I'm very happy about, is how many characters from the Sopranos universe actually made an appearance. And it was very fun, especially in the early parts of the film, sort of picking up on who was who. The film really does feel like two different parts in some ways. Like the first hour, almost exactly an hour, is early Tony, and then you have the second part, which feeds almost like a different film. It could be a sequel, and that is teenage Tony. And obviously, as we all know, we've seen what the third act is. Sopranos.
We saw it before America.
Yeah, we did.
October 1st.
They're getting it October 1st.
What day is it? Is it the 26th?
I don't know why we got it earlier.
It's the 27th. I mean,
27th.
Even with like Marvel films, sometimes we would get them like a week earlier. Because I'm sure you don't care.
Why is that?
I don't know. And then obviously when it came to like Infinity War and Endgame, they moved like every single release date in the same week.
So they couldn't be spoiled?
But it's funny how we got it for The Sopranos.
Well, The Sopranos was messed about so much with all the release dates.
Suppose.
Remember it was meant to come out like last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then it was meant to
come out. Because they filmed it in June 2019, I think.
Mad. So for the actors and everyone involved in it, it must be like, Jesus Christ, it's finding out. Do you remember when we shot that? Yeah, it got moved about so much, and then they were like, even recently, whenever it got moved to October,
And then it just felt like with here they went, we're not moving it to October. Just keep it the way it is. And then
Because they had it screened somewhere in America.
yeah,
I think it was for Tribeca, maybe, the film festival. So they were probably like the selected few in the States who have like properly seen it, public wise. Or it might have been in New Jersey, actually, I'm not sure. But it was like a very. It might have been Tribeca, actually, but it was like a very positive reception, and obviously everybody involved was there. So like Michael Gandolfini and
maybe it was like
David Chase.
it was like the Cleaver premiere. With the hops and everything.
Oh, that was so good.
Where's my arc, Paulie?
Where's my arc?
Where's my arc?
So is that why? You know when Dickie kills Hollywood Dick, and Tony sees the bird flying out of the garage,
Yeah.
and he says, saying like it's.
Like an omen, it means like there's someone dying.
Is that why? Do you remember in the show when Christopher becomes a made man, he sees like the crow or something outside?
Yeah.
And do you remember he gets really unnerved about it? But I don't think it ever like explains why.
There's a lot of like superstition in like the show. Do you remember the Polly and the Virgin Mary statue?
Yeah,
It was weird.
it's crazy.
I like that someone asked like how Polly's mother was.
Yeah, that was good because I was like, yeah, we all know. She's not your mom.
I would have liked to see more Tony and Janice fighting. Or just being brother and sister. They had like one or two interactions.
Probably, yeah. Suppose
Just sitting
Janice
at the-
Janice was always wild, going out doing her own way thing. So it was kind of fitting you almost didn't see her.
The woman that played Olivia, did you say her name?
Vera Farmiga.
She was so good.
She's a great
She
actress.
got everything down. Like even that scene where she's like, "So you telling me you're smoking
kitchen.
weed? Your sister is. I'm almost sure. Your sister is.
It's like, oh, please.
No, she's like, your sister definitely is. I'm almost
She says,
sure
"I'm
of
not
it.
my sister."
Yeah. This hamburger's great, ma.
She's fantastic.
It's really good. Yeah, I can't think of anyone that was not good. And again, just the guy that played Pussy, but I think that was just because he wasn't in it. He didn't give a bad performance, he just wasn't there.
Yeah. Suppose maybe at some point we might get lucky, get a sequel. Explore him and Tony's relationship a bit wider. So obviously he was in the show chronologically, he's a lot older than Tony, isn't he, by a couple of years? So even like when Tony tries to get to the Dicky's warehouse and still saying like, hey kid, because obviously they're all maybe like 5+ years older than him. So maybe, we'll see that sort of mentorish kind of relationship in the sequel. Because obviously over time it's them basically under his wing, all the older guys, following this younger guy. Obviously.
Yeah, I'd like to see the crossover.
Capo.
I'd like to see the crossover. Like, I feel like a lot of people, whenever this movie was first announced, they thought it was going to be like Tony's Rise. But, like, obviously it was more about Dickie.
Yeah.
Which is completely fine.
Tony, which I think was much more interesting as like a, what's the word, like a character study.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
You just Google imaging Sopranos.
Yes, that's the
Sopranos
box.
season 1 box
That's the
set.
box set. I got my cousin Ethan box set for his birthday in June. I don't know if he's actually watched it or not.
What a nice guy you are.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
You'll watch it? I told you ages ago to watch it and you said, no. Sounds crap.
Does.
Wow.
Wow.
The disrespect in this room.
Cultural impact.
Yeah. You wouldn't have Loki without the Sopranos. Am I right?
Got a point.
I'm right. It's one of the most important serialized like
You wouldn't
dramas.
have had Breaking Bad or The Wire if it probably wasn't for Sopranos.
Wouldn't have had Lost if it wasn't for Sopranos. Then you wouldn't have had a lot of things without Lost.
Or Victorious.
Victoria's like the Nickelodeon show.
Wouldn't have that one for the Sopranos.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
It was nice going for that wee pint beforehand.
Was, yeah, Gallagher's.
It was nice. I'd
York
never heard of it.
£5 cocktails.
Nice one.
What wasn't it?
What's in the Black Russian again?
Is this like vodka and Coke?
Isn't that dark rum? Oh, Coke.
I don't know. Not sure.
Was it tasty?
Yeah, White Russian's way better though. Speaking of White Russians, not a lot of Gumars.
I know there's always like a reference to Gomaz.
Yeah, Gumars. I wonder what Tony's Russian mum was doing at the time of seeing Newark. She wasn't even born. Yeah, she wasn't born.
Arena, was it?
Yeah, she was like 19 or something, was she not, in the show? 20?
Yeah, 20s, I'd say.
So fit. Only one pair of boobies in the whole movie.
I don't know, I wasn't going in.
Were you not looking for boobies, right?
Not particularly, no.
Whenever I was
There's
watching...
plenty in the show, like.
Yeah, whenever... before I left, my mummy was like, where's some vegetable soup? And look, The Sopranos is on. And then I said, and because I was going to go see the movie, she was like, so what's the show about and stuff? And I was like telling her. And then it cut to the bang, and I went...
Oh shit.
I started heavily sweating.
I don't have this conversation.
But then I remembered I'm 21. And then I still got scared when I turned it off.
I was gonna say, I don't see the correlation. I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
I think I probably kind of jumped the shark a wee bit with that weather fucking pattern. Cosmic justice.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's my perspective. I think that's just like that's just because I'm autistic, so it's probably.
It's
That's probably interfered. Actually,
autistic interference.
And
Kieran,
jam card.
And Kieran has ADHD, guys. He took a YouTube test today, so it's verified.
Look at that right there.
Well, your jam card?
Just say if I got lost in York.
Just say attention, and in case I get lost in the York Gate.
Or like in a museum or something. When I was like 12.
Guys, it's our first. Well, Kieran's still technically here. It's our first in-person shit chat.
Oh, fuck, right enough.
Happy shit chat, guys. I'm sorry we haven't.
Is this what, episode 4 or is it?
Jesus Christ, episode 4.
Well,
We've been doing this for a year.
Wow.
Remember the first episode isn't Halloween without?
Halloween, then Christmas, and then the 2 Dead Fuckers table read, and now many.
Guys, listen, it takes a long time to craft these masterpieces.
You know, it takes one full year to make a Family Guy episode. We discussed earlier.
Is that true or is he talking shit?
No, it can't be true.
It's true. Then how is there not only
20 episodes a season? Are they not?
They have different people working on a different episode each time at the same time.
That just doesn't make sense because Family Guy is so like...
Like 20 groups of people working on an episode.
That sounded miserable though.
Well, if it takes that long, you think Family Guy would be like the most ingeniously crafted piece of animation ever, and it's...
With fewer cutaway guys.
Hey, it's just like that time I had sex with Barack Obama.
It probably just took longer back in the 90s because it was harder to animate.
Did you know, fun fact, that South Park used to get created in 6 days? That's how South Park was always able to stay like say something happened like this week.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be able to do it that month or something. If something happened on the Tuesday, they'd be able to have it out by that Friday, and it wouldn't be like outdated or anything. That's why South Park was quite popular.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Damn.
But now South Park's all serialised and it's crap.
Never really watched South Park.
I think you'd actually appreciate it.
I seen the film years ago. Right?
Oh, the film was... But you'd like to... Have you seen the film? It's a musical? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know did one of the songs get nominated for like best original song at the Oscars or something.
Kyle's Mom's Bitch.
Maybe it was either that or what's the one that they
Mountain Time?
I don't even remember that one. Is it the one where they like go to the cinemas and there was two?
Oh, Terrence and Phil. Uncle.
It's like Suck My Balls.
Uncle Effer. Uncle Effer, guys.
Might have been.
Bad word.
I know because like Seth MacFarlane has like an Oscar nomination for best original song. Which is literally for the Thunder song from Ted. I'm pretty sure he got like an Oscar nomination for it. Let's see.
They should do a Sopranos musical.
That would be so good.
What are you just Googling South Park?
Many Saints in Newark, Broadway.
Woke up this morning. Got yourself some Gabagool wasn't mentioned once. Did we already say that?
Yeah, we discussed this. Yep, nominated for 1 Oscar, South Park. Best music original song. Aye! Best music original song. Doesn't say what the original song is.
Kieran, do you know what Gabagool is? Do you know what Almaron is? No.
Still not.
See, to be honest, me neither, still.
Fuck Yaka.
Oh, man, no. Yeah, is that the one that Chris was on the set? Yeah. Oh my god.
What does that mean?
When Junior kept saying that.
Oh, your sister. Oh, that was brilliant.
Was it your sister's, was it?
Yeah, he's like, because like doesn't he say it in the show when he falls in the shower and all as well? Or Polly says it as well in Pine Barrens, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know when he like trips and he loses a boot.
I was getting Pine Barrens vibes.
Everybody needs a best friend.
That's a good song. Everybody needs a best friend. Do you know I got my friend? I got my friend grounded because of that song. So Ted had just came
sing it out loud or something?
Ted had just came out and we put that song on, and me and him really loved that song. But like he was a bit younger than me, and so then after it came up and like recommended like Thunder song or whatever, and of course then his mom came in, and
here's everything,
and she goes, "What is this?" And he's like, "Jordan showed it to me," and she went, "Right, well Jordan has to go home, and you're grounded." And he got grounded for like the weekend. It's pretty funny.
That's right. They were nominated for the South Park. It was nominated for Blame Canada.
Blame Canada is such a tune. My dog. Can't think of much else.
I think we pretty much covered the bases until the next one.
Great film, and
I would love to see us come back in two and a half
yo,
years.
what the hell,
Ryan
sequel. Reynolds? He's getting free promo.
Free
Sitting
promo
there the whole
for
time.
a free guy.
Free guy. Mate, because that there's like it means promotional. That's why it's funny.
Wordplay, innit?
Words are good.
Smart kids, like.
I would love to.
big
If
boy
Kieran
club.
ever did watch Sopranos, we should do an episode of our top 10 favourite moments. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what my favourite moment of The Sopranos is. I think it's when, so spoilers for the whole Sopranos show. I think it's when cover yours, Kieran. When AJ tries to kill himself.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
That's
Okay.
Probably one of my favourite ones.
Oh, is that good?
You're probably not gonna watch it. Just unsheathed himself, and it's like in 4 or 5, I think. It's like when Furio leaves to go back to Italy. But it's like that argument that Tony and Carmela have, which is like explosive.
They're so.
Is it the end of series 4?
It's the end of series 5. It's the end of series 4.
It's in like in like the way like the media room. Like the
the theatre,
the TV, and it was so good. You
Kieran,
almost forget that they're acting because it's like so convincing.
They're so convincing. No, it just makes me like in awe of wee James Gandolfini every time. That he's so not.
That he's such a big softie.
He's so not Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched Where the Wild Things Are?
Yeah.
He's in that.
He's the voice of the villain, isn't he?
Have you watched that? Mm-hmm. The mate, what's the Sasha or something? What's the? It sounds like a girl's name.
Isn't it Max?
No,
the kid.
That's the kid's name.
Oh,
his main friend. No, the big friend that he has.
I only watched it once.
Me too.
It's James Gandolfini.
And even just like when you hear reports when they're saying like that he was just such a big softie, and even when they were filming like really violent things, he would literally have to like stop because he was obviously like so unnerved. God. Even like when it came to like killing Ralphie or anything, or even just arguing with anybody or killing anybody. There's
a deleted scene in from this movie that cuts away and it just says "meanwhile," and it shows it shows Melfi sitting eating her dinner. That would be good, wouldn't it? Just her eating her dinner, and it doesn't even tell us that it's Melfi. It's just some girl with glasses, and we go, And then that's it. And that's it until the next time. Yeah. Even they never thought that they never mentioned. Was it Tony's family from Abileno? Would have thought they had like a wee thing there. You know, I was kind of hoping, but I'm kind of glad they didn't do it because it's really super cheesy and so like not like like there's like a scene where they're going through like a field where, or maybe the field has loads of flowers. You know, some might say it's a meadow. It's a meadow, and then like Tony's like, I really like meadows, and then he's like, oh, okay. He goes, meadow, and then that's how he knows he's gonna come. That's a stupid idea. So I'm really glad they didn't do that. Until the next one, then he just of course. He like something like he has like an alphabet blocks on his wall for some reason, and just A and J falls down. He's like, what are you gonna do? What do you know? They didn't say what you're gonna do once. Well, they didn't. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Hey Tom.
You're so right about the whole Anthony Tony thing. I didn't notice that. They didn't call him Tony really at all. And they definitely didn't call him
that was
Tony.
just like a joke, but you know, like
No, you're right.
nobody except, you know, maybe when Carmela when she's furious.
Anthony!
Maybe Melfi or maybe even Olivia. Maybe even Junior or something, but you know, it's just like I don't know, just something about it. You know, he goes from Anthony to Tony or Antonio to Tony Soprano.
So we didn't know whenever the show was going on, the Junior killed Dickie, did we? We didn't know that.
No. I
And we
think
didn't.
Dickie's death was always a mystery, because remember
Yeah.
I brought up before
You
when we
did,
were
yeah,
at
we're
hers,
finally gonna see.
how Tony had lied. You know, because he said it was like a police officer or something that killed him.
Yeah.
And he said because he thought he was carrying a cot or something for Christopher. But do you remember when he was going to the boot taking something out, I said, oh, it's probably going to be the cot, and it turns out it wasn't. I was like, okay, so Tony lied about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because there's one point, I think it's in like series 5 or 6, where Chris brings it up to him and Tony kind of blanks, obviously forgetting about it, and he's like, oh right, yeah. But he's like, I literally just sent him to kill this guy, can't remember, he was like an ex-police officer or something. He might have even been working during the riots or something at that point in Newark. Very interesting too.
I really liked when Paulie goes, what do you think they're going to blame this on, huh? And just puts in the window and takes all the TVs because the riots are going on. The guy that played Paulie didn't look like... See, the guy that played Silvio didn't look like Silvio, but the way he got on made him look like Sil. Does that make sense? But the guy that played Paulie, it was just all on his voice. And like, even when he did the fingers. But he looked really young.
He did.
I liked that he was doing the weights. Remember Paul used to do the weights in the show?
Yeah. And he would just go to like Satrials in the way back room.
Oh my god, we
So
both
good.
me and Ryan,
And
we
we
both
looked
looked at each other,
Satrials.
seeing it in like HD, like on this big massive
Big screen.
Satrials is like the main place where like
It's like
the
a
gang,
pork
like,
store where they all
hang
just
out.
hang out.
It's really cool. And then even seeing
You really have to be at Satrials.
and then even seeing the inside, like it took me a while. I was like, hold on, it's like the room that they all sit in, isn't it? Whenever there's the photo of Christopher on the wall and the cat's there, he's like, I don't know the way he's looking at that, and Paul gets like really. It's the last episode, isn't it? With the cat.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in Series 6 Part 2 anyway.
I thought I saw what's it called? He's in the sky. He's in the Skinny magazine. He's holding his things like that. Begins with V with the fireman. Vinny, no.
Vito?
Yeah, Vito. I was like, I thought I saw someone that was like could have been.
Funny,
him.
I thought I was expecting to see like Tony flick through the TV channels or read a magazine and I'll have like Gary Cooper on it or something. Because obviously when they were watching the film, I can't remember which one it was, with Humphrey Bogart and Edward G. Robinson, but I was expecting him to flick over and like High Noon was on TV or something, which Gary Cooper won his Oscar for. But like that would have been good. And then,
No,
or
I mean-
even Johnny Boy would point out to him, he's like, see that Gary Cooper? He's like, that's a strong silent type.
You know,
He's not in touch with his feelings.
No, it would have been a
True
good
American.
nod. If there was like a scene with like if they were watching like do you remember one night like Tony like comes home and like Public Enemy's on TV and he's watching that? It would have been good. Like it's like because then it would have because I think watching this gives it
James
more.
Cagney and all.
Yeah, I think watching this film and then even though it was written after, obviously going back and watching just gives you like a different context of like canonically like what's going on. So if it was like say they watched that film, The Public Enemy, in the living room together, and then you see Tony watching it by himself, you're sort of going to yourself, oh, he's probably thinking of the time they'll watch it together. So whenever I watch Sopranos again, which I'm thinking of soon, like I'll just maybe like casually watch it coming up soon. Because now I'm in the mood. You did a binge before, didn't you?
I was so happy I did that by then.
Mm-hmm.
Because I literally just like, there was nothing going on at like due time, so I had like, 3 weeks to spare, or just under 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember when we were at yours? So at the end of June, we were talking about the mini suits in Newark, where we were saying we couldn't remember what the release date was. We never got a trailer or anything, and I said, because I'm just starting Series 6 Part 1, so I have obviously 20 more episodes to finish, and I'll just be sad that we'll still have to wait so long for however long.
It flew.
Do you remember when we got, it was maybe a few hours, we were in the back garden, and then I went on my phone and saw the trailer had dropped, and and a poster and everything. It was like, we did this.
Yeah, we did this. Yeah,
this was us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, America.
Saints of Newark wasn't going to come out until 2025, but we actually, because we talked about it in the hot tub or whatever, just two dudes in a hot tub talking about Sopranos. That's how the magic happens. So we'll leave you on that. I guess that's good enough. Happy enough.
Yeah, until maybe 2.5 years time.
Yeah,
when we get whatever. What will it be called?
Until then, on my own. And
remember Pearl Harbor.
remember
Word to the wise. Remember Pearl Harbor. That's what I love about Polly.
He was an interior decorator.
I love about Polly. It's just some trait. You almost never see his teeth when he's talking because his lips are just always so burnt. I just think it's so funny.
Pissed off.
Even when he's screaming, you never see his teeth.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
The amazing thing about snakes. Even if they had like a scene of him watching like a documentary.
With snakes?
Yeah. Is that they reproduce spontaneously. How can you trust a guy who can literally go fuck themselves? Oh, so good.
Oh, Polly.
It's just such a well written show. Just the whole media in general. The Sopranos is just almost every episode is just like a killer. Anything obviously with David Chase or like
Terry.
Larry Connor, Terry Winter,
Maddie
Weiner,
Maddie W.
Oh yes. And even like mainly like ones like Steve Buscemi had directed as well. Obviously he directed Pine Barrens, which is regarded, one of the best, if not
Michael
the best episode.
wrote something like that?
He wrote a couple of episodes. I think he wrote 5, I think. He wrote the one, it was after, I think it's in series 2 when he gets shot. But it's like the episode after.
Okay.
He wrote that one and 4 others. There's like what, 86, 87 episodes?
Yeah. Something like that.
But yeah.
Go watch it if you haven't already, and if you haven't and you've sat through this whole spoiler review, then
apologies, but we did warn you.
We did warn you.
So
until then, take care and
safe.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, and maybe Kieran will be there, and we'll do something. Maybe we'll do another Halloween episode for the 1 year anniversary.
I got to. Yeah, trip down memory lane. And our costumes and all. What are we going as this year?
Oh my god, we're going as I'm going as Polly. I'm gonna wear the tracksuit, and then I'm just gonna slip my hair back.
Selling pussy.
Yeah. I would actually love to get one of the like the bowling shirts that like Tony wears and like Dickie was wearing and stuff. I'd love to get one of them and just wear like a wife beater tank underneath it. I think I'd look pretty good.
See through my shirt. Yeah, that'd be good actually. Sweet tie, I know. Alright, thanks for tuning in.
Well,
until the next time.
Remember, guys, every time you wake up in the morning, grab yourself a gun. Am I right, Ryan?
Aye.
I'm not wrong.
Just like Alabama 3 sounded.
Yeah, good fight, guys.
Alright, see you later.
Bye. I think that was pretty alright.
That was good fun.
Uh-oh.
Didn't record.
Hold on.
That was a plate smashing because we were so excited.
Hey guys. Hey. Look, I'm in the video now. Hey, Kieran's in the video.